Yeah, baby. Episode number 2. Let's go.
All right. NYCFC at home with the Cooligans, presented by El Jimador Tequila.
That's right, baby. The shortest name in show business for a show. This is amazing. So we got to do our first episode of NYCFC at home with the Cooligans, presented by El Jimador. Now it's time for episode number 2. And the only thing that's different is NYCFC have actually played their first game. So we're going to talk a little bit about the MLS's back tournament, all the different games that have been happening. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on inside the bubble, which we got our operatives in, okay? You know what I mean? We're going to answer some questions. It's going to be fly.
Okay, let's go. All right, the MLS is back tournament is in full effect. NYCFC already had their first match. Didn't go exactly as planned.
We got them right where we want them. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of rope and dope. You know what I mean?
It's all part of Ronnie's plan, all right?
Yeah.
I'm not concerned. No.
Who are we? Who are we to just try to win outright? You know what I mean? It's disrespectful, right?
Yeah. It's like when you show up to someone's home, you're not like, well, I own this home. You don't do that.
Right. You know when they say, like, make yourself at home, you don't just start lounging in people's beds, rubbing your shoes all on the couch. You know what I mean? Looking through the cabinets like, why ain't you got sazon? You don't like us? You know what I mean? You don't do that.
Exactly, right? It's called being a polite New Yorker. Okay?
Right? You know, you talk about it as soon as you leave the apartment with the people you came with. You know what I mean?
So, look, let's reflect a little bit on how that first game went. At NYCFC against the Philadelphia Union. Not ideal, but I think NYCFC played well. If it wasn't for Andre Blake and his miraculous saves, I think the result would have been a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, look, Philadelphia Union are a tough team, and what you could take away from that as an NYCFC fan is that we played them super hard, and it took Andre Blake standing on his head and what I would consider really is a wonder goal by Alejandro Bedoya, which Sean Johnson almost stopped, right?
Yeah.
He got his hand on it, like 1 inch in either other direction of that ball, and it's a stop. So at the end of the day, you could take that and say, all right, how do we put that in the next game? And is that something that we can turn into a win? And I think so.
Exactly. And look, a lot has happened within this tournament. There's been games being postponed. There have been teams who have had to drop out. Obviously, we knew about FC Dallas, but then Nashville was the more recent news. And again, it's unfortunate seeing these positive COVID-19 tests, but safety is paramount, right? So they had to drop out of the tournament. But look, the tournament overall has been incredibly entertaining with the teams that are there, and you still have some scares. I mean, every game you're like a little bit timid or whatever to see what's going to happen next. But once the whistle blows, it gets pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, a 4-month layoff, right? You're really not sure exactly how the team in front of you is playing. It's a lot like boxing. You sort of throw a couple jabs, see what you're working with. And unfortunately, the hook didn't land for us in the first one. You know what I mean? But what do? Right? You get together, you start to look at those game tapes, and you start to see what you can do better. So I'm expecting NYCFC to do better in the next match, and it's against Orlando, which is not going to be easy. They won their first match.
Correct. Yeah. And then there's been some schedule changes and group changes because of those teams that have dropped out. So now
the MLS is back. It's like a Rubik's cube, dog. Like they're switching it all up. Oh, you thought you was a blue square, my G? Oh nah, you white now.
Okay. There's I think teams are adjusting. Look, the Chicago Fire were taken out of the group, and they played their game against Seattle. But so now instead of facing Chicago, NYCFC will face Inter Miami in that group. So there's look, things are changing every day. So it's exciting.
We got to face 2 teams who are basically in their home state. I don't know about that.
Okay, not fair. Not fair.
I feel like Don Garber's just switching the rules up. Like he's going to kick the door down the next meeting and be like, guess what? Now everybody plays with 13 men. And just walk out. I love it. But it's going to be fun, dude. We're going to play Orlando, and I think we got a really good chance to get against Orlando. So come on, boys in blue.
Okay, let's you know what? Let's take a look inside the bubble and see what's going on.
Oh yeah, we're getting in that bubble, dog.
Inside the bubble.
Which, by the way, presented by Adidas. All right, shouts to Adidas, yo. All right, baby. We were talking about this, all right? We got folks inside the bubble, all right?
Yes.
So let's see what life is like in the bubble, right? We've got hidden cameras all around. We got a couple Nest cams and a couple drones flying around. A dude named Jose. You know what I mean? We got it all right? We kind of joked around a little bit about the fact that all of a sudden everybody's got blonde hair on the squad. And we said maybe this is some camaraderie thing, right? Maybe this is like a team building. Ronnie Dyla just started pointing people out. You go blonde, and you go blonde. Turns out this wasn't coordinated. It just happened.
Is Ronnie all of a sudden Oprah? You
Yeah.
get a blonde.
Yeah. Except the Pontiac, you get blonde hair. I don't believe that this just happened. This is too... It's too much of a coincidence.
There's a WhatsApp group that is like just go blonde, and then and all the players are discussing it.
The WhatsApp group is called Mate Boys. You know what I mean? And
Hey,
what you know about that? We stay gored up. You know what I mean? Right? Let me see them bombillas in the chat.
So, yeah, look, there's a lot going on. Obviously, there's still a lot of discussion amongst the players of what to do, because obviously when you're quarantined, you're separated from your teammates outside of the fact that when you're actually training or playing, you start worrying about everybody's psychologically, man. How much Call of Duty can you play, right? Before you need social interaction.
You see the eye. What are these called?
Eyelids.
Eyelids. How did I forget eyelids? I was gonna say eye caps, and I knew that was wrong. I knew it. As soon as my brain thought of it, I was like, well, brain, you're wrong. I don't know who said that, but inside here, you see the eyelids taped up and down just to play more Call of Duty. That's when you get the idea we should all go blonde. You know what I mean? But also, let's pretend we didn't coordinate this. So I'm not sure I believe you guys. But it's been dope, man. You see everyone working out in the gym. Some people are getting roasted in the gym, which to you and I seems a little disrespectful, right? Some of us weren't blessed with the god bodies that some of these folks are walking around with.
Not meant for the gym. Keaton, sometimes.
Come on.
Chill! Concentrate! We got it. A big overgrown child, I swear.
Ibiaga out here saying some people are built for the gym and some people aren't.
Exactly. Yeah. This is was he?
I feel like say my name, Ibiaga.
Yeah. He was. I think he was looking when he looked into the camera. I think he was looking right at you directly.
He must have found my hidden camera inside of that tree, that fake tree I put in the gym.
But this is how you develop. This is how you push your teammates to be better. You
gotta roast them.
You gotta roast them in the gym a little bit, okay? Because some people aren't built for not just either heavy lifting or the endurance, but it's you have to push through to get past the point. You know how they say, you like, whatever, no pain, no gain, or it's all mental or whatever.
Right.
Like this, Sebastian Ibiaga is just trying to motivate Keaton Parks in a way so that he could win those aerial duels and things like that. So you'll see the results on the pitch.
You trying to get 3 points. You also trying to get some tries, my dude. You got to build them quads if you want to get to that level. I mean, look, I respect a good roasting, but when someone says to me, if I'm at a gym, like, hey, you got to go through the pain because you can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs. I want to go to a diner and get an omelet. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at now.
Why are you talking about food right now when we're supposed to be burning calories, not gaining them?
Damn, yo, you trying to be disrespectful? You can't make some good home fries without frying up some potatoes. Now I'm lost,
See, but I like this overall because, in Orlando, throughout this tournament, it is hot. You're going to need, you have 5 subs. You're going to need everybody to be in shape, okay? Yeah. So I think there's a future for Sebastian Ibiaga to be like to run a gym or he can do like fitness classes.
Motivational speaker.
Motivational speaker. Okay. All right. There's a lot on the resume right now.
Ibiaga shows up at your house and he's like, you look like garbage, right? Right? There's one way to fix it. Alexis, and it spirals into more inspiration from there.
I love this Ibiaga commercial. Thank you, Sebastian.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm crying, but some of them are tears of joy.
Just holding the championship trophy with tears.
Will he leave me alone now?
We should also mention that right now at NYCFC you can watch the docu-series, the 2020 docu-series about NYCFC. There are 7 episodes. They're on YouTube, and we're in one of them. One of them is based in Costa Rica. We were there for the game.
Some would say it's the best one, all right, because we're in it. I mean,
some would say, I would say,
yeah. I've told my mother that it's the best one,
No shade at the other 6 episodes, but you know who's the best one. So make sure to check that out on the NYCFC YouTube channel right over here.
Are you trying to go mini golfing or real golfing?
Mini.
Yeah? Are you trying to go mini golfing or real golfing?
Mini. I suck at real golf.
I know, me too, though, but everybody's going.
See, this is where the difference is. Some of the younger players didn't really grow up playing golf
They're not trying to hit the links. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. If somebody invited me to play golf, I'd be like, I wouldn't even know where to begin. What is
That's
the
only
equipment?
because you kind of look like Tiger Woods. That's the only reason they would do it.
I can't. Why am I invited to the PGA Tour so often?
No, I bought this green blazer. I thought it looked good. I also enjoyed the South American version of that scene in Top Gun. Where they were playing volleyball like a soccer volleyball. It was just, I mean, you can hear it. It's raining outside. It's like a thunderstorm. And only the dudes from Latin America would be like, oh, yeah, I got an idea. Let's go outside, wear as minimal clothing as possible, and kick the ball around this volleyball net.
The shorts were rolled up, okay?
I mean, come on. Adidas got some tiny shorts out there. Yeah, can I get size extra small? I got me and my friends who are oiled up, seemingly, are going to go play volleyball with our feet and heads. We're not even going to use our hands.
No, it's good to see that, I could not play soccer volleyball. I could barely play regular volleyball, all right?
Yeah.
So, but
I don't think I'm allowed to be shirtless in a resort.
Oh, sure, yeah. It is illegal in Florida. No, man. But look, you have to stay sharp somehow, right? I'm sure the players can't train as much as they would like or they're used to, and if that's what has to happen, then go for it.
I wonder if Tati Castellano, is this what he learned when he got selected to the Argentinian national team? Is this like Messi's like, yo, you want to be great, all right?
Okay.
You gotta take that shirt off, my dude. You gotta wait till it rains and you gotta go outside. Thunderstorm, tropical, it's all good. It's gonna make you better.
Okay,
you gotta head the ball graciously over a net.
And here's a couple Instagram filters if you want to be great.
I see. The problem is sometimes because it's raining, you're not gonna get the shadow on your abs, right? So I'm gonna give you a couple filters. Again, this is all part of the messy Instagram package, which you could download. Otamendi's in the background, like it worked for me.
Right, so this is Questions with the Cooligans. We're going to answer some of your questions. I just came up with that right now.
Yeah,
so.
That was on the fly. Very impressed.
So make sure to put questions in the comments below, and we'll make sure to get to them in the following episode. So let's get to our first question. This is from Alexander Schaefer, who we know, Alex, great dude.
The homie.
Just the diehard NYCFC fan.
Much taller than you expect him to be when he stands up.
Very much so. But yeah, we hung out in Costa Rica. We had food. Great dude. So I'm glad, I'm happy for this question. He says about the pizza tour with NYCFC players. Do you want to continue to do it? So if you guys don't remember, Alexis took us on a pizza tour with Tommy McNamara.
Yeah, do not steal any credit for that. You did nothing besides eat and roast me the entire time for knowing too much about pizza. But look, if I have this information in my head, I might as well use it, right? And what better to do than to get people with abs to eat more carbs, right? Just level the playing field, right?
Okay.
And I would love to. I'd love to take all of NYCFC on a pizza tour. I would love to take the front office, the players, the academy kids, everybody. There's probably only like 3 places in all of New York City that can fit all that, but I'll find it. All right.
Yeah, it is. It was a cool experience. If you haven't seen the video, you can see the link in the description. It's on our YouTube channel, and Tommy Mack, obviously a beloved, NYCFC player, and he's at the Houston Dynamo, but we'll forgive him for that.
Yeah. All right, he's on a sabbatical. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Eating the garbage pizza they have in Houston right now. Missing New York slices.
Thank you, Alex, for the question. I hope
right.
we get to do more pizza tours in the future.
We got another great question from Jim Manolius, who we met at the NWSL final. Shouts to him, right? Took a couple photos with us. NYCFC fan who lives in the Carolinas. It's crazy. You know what I mean? That just goes to show how much, NYCFC is sort of spread around the country, which is dope. He asked, who is the most improved over this quarantine period? Player that is most improved over this quarantine period? And I'd probably have to say Dati. Just there's something about him. He seems, when he first came to the team, you could see an incredible amount of talent. And I really love the way he plays. I really love the way he gets under the skin of the defenders. But I in particular, there's a higher level of confidence that he seems he's playing with right now. Maybe it is getting called up to the national team and sort of showing that if you work hard at your club, especially a club as big as NYCFC, you're going to get noticed by your national team and you're going to get those opportunities. Maybe it was that, or maybe it's just sort of him really sort of being able to fall into Ronnie Dyla's system comfortably. I don't know, but he seems like he's on one, and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the one game, right? So this is as much information and data that we have.
But we're New Yorkers. We judge quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who is the most improved? I mean, it's tough to say. I think the fact that James Sands got the start probably says a lot about his improvement and just Ronnie's trust in him. And I thought he played well. He went from kind of mainly being like a defensive mid, and now he's just he was a kid. It's just so crazy. It's like he grew up so fast, and he's just a big man now.
That's our boy.
I'm like, oh my god,
look at him. He's such a man.
I'm like, how did he was a boy and now he's an absolute unit. It's crazy.
Yeah, Brolic over there. He's been listening to his inspirational Ibiaga tapes. You know what I mean?
They work, okay? They get results.
Right? Homie is a teenager practically, and he's huge, dude. We met James Sands when he first got signed by the team as a kid, and he was very serious, way more serious than me. I'm like, you and I are yin and yang over here.
I think I'm 16, I think.
Did I mess up somewhere? Because it seems like you've got a good head on your shoulders, and everyone seems to think I'm not living to my potential. But he was just so serious. So it's nice to see that, his mentality and his ability on the field have matched his attitude level already, which is like, I'm here to work, you know?
Now it's time for Berhalter to be like, okay, now I think I need to call this young man up to the squad.
All right. Maybe he's there. He's in Orlando. He's in the bubble. Hey, take a look.
Berhalter's back there just watching.
Yeah.
Okay.
With that big old USA mask covering. Looking like Shredder, right? Homie, you're looking at the wrong Sands. Get off the beach, my G. Look at Sands right here.
So again, everybody, thank you so much for your questions. Make sure you post any questions right here in the comments, and we'll hopefully get to them in the next episode of NYCFC at Home. All right, so next up, let's go to the match preview.
All right, baby, let's do a little match preview presented by EA Sports. Okay. We should change. You change the name. I want to change the name. It's like, yo, who's next? presented by EA Sports.
Yeah, I'm sure EA Sports would love that.
EA Sports like, why do I feel so much pressure all of a sudden?
No. So look, NYCFC is taking on Orlando City. The at 8 p.m. Tonight. So make sure you tune in on Tu DN. Before we get into that game, we had predictions for the previous game.
I don't remember doing that, to be completely honest with you.
So
I feel like you're making this up.
No, I haven't even gotten the words out, Alexis. Our predictions before, I had a 3-1 prediction for NYCFC. I thought they were going to win that game. You had a 5-0 prediction.
That's a different person.
Okay, I'm pretty sure.
You're thinking of the other host.
I'm pretty sure I know. I recognize this person I see on my screen who I've been doing a show with for 5 years.
Okay.
So yeah, we were both wrong, but obviously you were more wrong.
Right.
Egregiously wrong.
I mean, what I'll say is that maybe I just have more belief in the club. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like you go with your 3-1, okay? I happen to believe in our back line and our attacking prowess. Maybe I was just simply trying to inspire them to a 5-0 win. Maybe that's what I was doing.
Okay, all right. You were listening to them Ibiaga tapes. I get it.
You know, I did a couple crunches, 2 of them, and it was potato chips, but they crunched very heavily. But I did believe that we could beat Philly. And I do think if one or two things went our way, if Andre Blake again wasn't standing on his head, maybe we would have done it. And I think the same thing for Orlando. I think Orlando is beatable, and I think we saw that when they played Miami. They have some incredible players. A player like Nani, give him one opportunity, he will score, and that's all he needs. And that's certainly enough to take a lead. And then you saw Miami sort of bomb forward, and that left them pretty open in the back. So I think. If we go after Orlando the same way we went after Philly, I think very simply, I think we can win 2-1.
Okay. I think this will be I'm going to go 2-0. I think Orlando, I think Philadelphia was a stronger offensive team, and to only hold them to 1 goal is a good sign for the next match against Orlando. So I think 2-0. I think the front they're gonna figure out their issues with scoring, and they're arguably not gonna go up against as good of a keeper. The one concern, I believe Maxi Morales will not be in this match, so I think that is going to be the kind of a key moment, and we have to figure out again who's going to be the replacement, who's just really going to hold on to the ball. Nobody holds on to the ball as well as Maxi Morales.
He's incredible.
I would say in this league. So that even though Maxi's not going to be there, I think Orlando is very much beatable without Maxi Morales.
Yeah, I mean, people keep saying this is a bit of a rivalry. I don't necessarily see it that way. I mean, they're a rival because look, they're in the East, right?
It's also the first. I feel like every opening season, every opening game of the season, we always play Orlando. I don't know what MLS is making this schedule, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna do this again every single.
Doing this thing like the Mr. Burns, like, ooh, it'd be fun.
The same exact thing every year.
This will become a rivalry. Watch, I think Orlando just proves to be a tough club to play. Especially they looked very comfortable. Everyone else is dying of flop sweat. 2 minutes in, it looks like a wet T-shirt contest out there. But Orlando's like, what are you talking about? This is actually a cold day in Orlando. So they're familiar with this weather. And I do think that plays a little bit into it. But I do think NYCFC have the tools to beat them. Look, not having Moxie is tough, is really tough. Because like you said, he's quite possibly the most skilled attacking midfielder in the game today in our league. Especially for holding the ball and sort of being able to transition from defense to attack. That said, I do think NYCFC have the pieces, and maybe now is a good opportunity for someone else to take control of that position. So best of luck to NYCFC. I believe in you 2-1, and maybe you win 7-0, 7-1, and make up for that 5-0 first one. You know what I mean? So by on aggregate or goal differential, I'm kind of still right.
Okay, so look, there's again 8 p.m. kickoff on Tu DN. Make sure you check out the game. There's going to be a lot of pressure because obviously this is not just any regular season game. This is a tournament. They're trying to get into the knockout rounds. Losing your first game is not a good start, but even a draw a draw or win, you gotta get points, obviously, in this group if you want to move forward. So
Yeah, you got to do it, especially now that the groups are smaller. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily you're only playing some members of the group. You're going to have to win this group, or you're going to have to do incredibly well if you want to make it into that bracket. And again, there's money on the line. There's competition on the line. There's additional games. It's just going to make you stronger for the rest of the regular season. So let's go, boys in blue. So next episode, we're actually going to have Marcus Samuelson on, very famous chef. I'm going to be fanboying a little bit, right? He owns Red Rooster in Harlem, plus a bunch of other restaurants. So that's incredible. In fact, tune into Harlem Eat Up presents Harlem Serves Up. It's a televised fundraiser on Saturday, July 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern on ABC7 New York. 100% of the proceeds will go to nonprofits that promote and support Harlem BIPOC businesses and food and fight food insecurity in our community. So that's City Meals, World Central Kitchen, Harlem Park and Uptown, Grand Central, and Humana, who are all supporting in the special. This will match up to $250,000 to address food insecurity in the community. You could actually donate at www.harlemservesup.com. That's going to be absolutely incredible, so make sure you watch that. Again, that's going to be on Saturday, July 18th, 7 p.m. on ABC, 7 p.m. Eastern on ABC in New York. It's going to be absolutely incredible. We can't wait to have him on the show next time, dude. It's going to be huge.
All right, everybody. So, again, just a reminder, make sure to leave any comments or any questions right here beneath in this YouTube video, and hopefully they might be on the show. So
Dude,
why
do it
not
right now. Do it right now while the comment or question is like fresh in your head. You know what I mean? In fact, put inside. What did you think of the roasting that Keaton Park took? You know what I mean? Right? Like, yo, did he get over roasted, you think? Or do you think Ibiaga could have gone a little harder?
Or is Ibiaga a lunk, you know?
Yeah, dude. Should we sound the lunk alarm on Ibiaga, yo?
Okay.
My dude doesn't get free pizza on Fridays at this gym. You know what I mean? Put it what you think in the comments right now. Before you forget it, put it right now in the comments.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to NYCFC at Home with the Cooligans, presented by El Jimador.
That's right.
My name is Christian Polanco.
I'm Alexis Guerreros.
All right, we are the Cooligans. Thanks again for tuning in.